The next section we have is the people are honking their horns non-stop. We've been stuck here for 20 minutes. I look around me and see that everyone is angry and frustrated. We have a lot of everyday English here, which is very good to be able to translate into Spanish. First of all, the people. This word, even though in English it implies plural, the translation into Spanish is singular. We have la gente, okay? And this is important because it affects other things in the rest of the sentence. Now, let's tackle this word first, car horn. There's a lot of different words for this depending on which country, Spanish-speaking country you're living in. Okay, here where I am in Mexico, they use klaxon, but they would pronounce it as klaxon. Klaxon, that would be a car horn, okay? Now, to honk a horn, what they say is to touch. Okay, so they use the verb tocar. So let's put all of this together now. La gente, and again, we'll use our ing, está, not están, because we're referring to la gente, something singular. Okay, so está tocando los claxones. You see how everything has to match up, and what starts here affects what comes after. So, la gente está tocando, not están tocando. Los claxones, car horns, and then for non-stop, what they would say is sin parar. Parar means to stop. There are a few verbs in Spanish, different ones, depending on what kind of stop you mean. But this is one of them, parar, and sin means without. So without, to stop. Sin parar is how they would say non-stop. Now look at the second part. We've been stuck here for 20 minutes. Here we have a time. So we're going to put it up the front and use the hace formula, just like we had in a previous translation. So for 20 minutes in Spanish, they would literally say it makes 20 minutes that, and then you continue. So we have hace 20 minutos que. All right, now we can continue. So we get rid of all this. It makes 20 minutes that we have been stuck here. Now, we know we have atrapado, right, for stuck, coming from the verb atrapar. And we're using the have been here, which we did an entire module on. So I won't explain it here again. If you have forgotten it, go back and review that module because it's very useful to be able to say this type of tense. So, hace 20 minutos que hemos estado atrapados aquí. Okay. Now, wouldn't we be proud if we were able to say that right off the bat in normal everyday conversation, right? Because it's very polished Spanish. Here I'm referring to we. So for that reason, I go to atrapados, a little thing. If you missed that, don't worry too much. It'd still be perfectly understood, okay? So it makes 20 minutes, hace 20 minutos, that we have been stuck here, que hemos estado atrapados aquí. Next up we have, I look around me. This is something very useful to be able to express. First of all, we have I look, and the verb is mirar, right? To look at or to simply look, you can use it either way. So I look would be reduced to miro. Now the important thing is here, around me. What happens is it goes to mi alrededor, like this. If you count the syllables, you have alrededor, and this would remain stationary if you wanted to change the angle. So it could be tu alrededor for around you, or su alrededor, around him, around her, so forth. Okay, so I look I look at my surroundings. So once again, I look at my surroundings. If you think about it in that way, it'll make more sense. Meaning I look around me and I see ibeo, coming from the verb ver, that everyone is angry and frustrated. Okay, for everyone, you can say todo el mundo, and that would affect this. Or you could say todos, and again, it would affect that. So, que todos. We'll do it both ways. Que todos. For this word, now we have to choose. This means everyone, by the way. It's a shortcut to say everyone. Todos. Is angry and frustrated. So we have to decide between ser and estar. Now, these are very clearly emotions. No? So we're not saying that they're angry and frustrated people all their lives, all the time. We're just saying in this particular situation they are. So we have están. Now, angry would have enojados. Again, plural. Y frustrados. Again, plural. Okay, so la gente está tocando los claxones sin parar. Hace 20 minutos que hemos estado atrapados aquí. Miro mi alrededor y veo que todos están enojados y frustrados. Now, if we didn't go for todos, for everyone, because this is now plural, so we went into plural for the rest of it, and we used that singular way of y veo que todo el mundo. Okay, so now this is singular. Now this would change everything. Está enojado y frustrado. See, because now we're referring to something singular in Spanish, so the rest will match. Just the same as up here where we had la gente, and so we went single for the rest of it. Está tocando. Same thing is happening here. So once again, you can see how with just a little few sentences, we have really a tremendous amount of information that we can extract from it. First of all, draw your attention to la gente, and we stay true to the grammar by not going into están, but está, because this is a singular word. And then the word for car horn in Mexico is claxon, which went to claxones. Without stop or non-stop, sin parar. We had to use the hace formula then for this time frame. Hace 20 minutos, que it makes 20 minutes that. Then we have a very nice Polish phrase here, right? Hemos estado atrapados aquí. Then we have, I look at, again with mirar. So I look at my surroundings, meaning I look around me. And I see that todo el mundo está enojado y frustrado, or veo que todos, but then it would change to están enojados y frustrados. So this would get reduced to todos. So you can see how Spanish is very obedient to the grammar, and what you decide up the front will very often affect the rest of the sentence.